Cocoa is grown around the world in countries which fit into the band around the equator, known as the chocolate belt. Historically, chocolate was only meant for the rich, as it was expensive to ship. However, due to globalization and the growth in technology, chocolate is available for the masses, so much so that chocolate is becoming increasingly scarce, driving the prices up. In economic theory, demand increases as price falls. However, at the same time this happens, supply goes up. The equilibrium point between these two schedules is the price at which the commodity is sold at. Supply is the production, demand is the consumption of cocoa. There are four main factors affecting the consumption: affordability with regards to price and income effects, consumer tastes, population, and speculative demand. The price of cocoa has dramatically increased over the last 3 decades, with prices peaking at $3,475 per tonne in February 2011. Data on the price shows how the price has fluctuated between $2,000 per tonne and $3,475 per tonne over the last 5 years. The recent increase in price has led to many firms who use cocoa in the production process for their products to pass the cost burden onto the consumers. In terms of income, developing nations like China and India have seen large increases in the size of their middle classes and GDP growth, leading to more disposable income with the economies. This has pushed up the global demand for cocoa because new emerging markets with increased disposable income are able to buy and demand treats such as chocolate. Economic theory shows there is a positive correlation between GDP output and world population. An increase in population increases the demand for cocoa because more people within the market will increase consumption. Moving on to consumer tastes, people living in developed nations will want to see lifestyle progression as economic growth increases, thereby demanding products that were once too expensive. On the flip side, developed nations are promoting healthy diets. The UK's chocolate sales have decreased as a result of this. However, because chocolate is relatively addictive and there is a lack of clear substitutes, the demand is relatively inelastic, implying demand for cocoa in developed nations is still high. Speculative demand. Buyers of cocoa may forecast high prices in the future due to the factors such as weather and future demand figures. Speculators increase demand, therefore pushing up the prices, as there is only limited supply of cocoa. There are 5 factors that affect production: climate, pests and diseases, harvesting, processing and trading. Climate. Cocoa trees grow best in the geographical band that is 15 to 20 degrees north or south of the equator, in West Africa, Central and South America and parts of Asia. The climate needed is where there is high humidity, constant but moderate temperature of 77 degrees, with enough rainfall of 40 to 80 inches per year to give the trees enough nutrition to be healthy. The tropical weather phenomena of El Niño and La Niña affect cocoa production. El Niño has a negative effect, while La Niña has no significant effect. Cocoa is affected by many different pests and diseases, which is estimated to cause the losses of 30 to 40% of global production of cocoa. The length of time required for a cocoa tree to produce the first bean is 5 years, and the duration of the peak growing period for cocoa trees are around 10 years. The processing of cocoa is a complex operation aimed at separating the quality cocoa butter from the cocoa powder. If producers of cocoa want to increase the amount produced when the price of cocoa is high in order to enjoy high profit, they will find it difficult to do so. There is an economic term for this, which is that the price elasticity of supply is inelastic. Cocoa is traded in such places as the New York Stock Exchange. Future contracts assure the buyers they will receive a product they purchased at today's price. This could mean a boom for future contracts for cocoa, as forecasters see that there will be a short supply of it by 2014. Fair trade cocoa is still at a very low market share of just 0.1%, which means fair trade has no significant effect on the price of cocoa. The future for cocoa is unclear. With the consumption for cocoa increasing while the production is expected to fall, the price can only continue to rise.